From 2013 to 2019, the Swiss Research Institute of Organic Agriculture and their partners ICIPE, CALO, OACK and OCA conducted a comparative research on productivity, profitability and sustainability of organic and conventional farming systems. Since 2019, 2 follow-up projects, PMCA and Nutridecisions, have been initiated in Murang'a County. The Nutridecisions project has analyzed the dietary diversity and nutritional practices and decisions among organic and conventional women farmers in the county. We have Mr. David Karanja, the training coordinator at Organic Agriculture Center of Kenya, OACK. Welcome.
Okay, thank you. Yes, as you have heard, my name is David Karanja. Here at OACK, we normally work with farmers where we train them on organic production since the year 2006. And OACK, we are partner in the project, in the Pro-Eco Africa project. And from that project, we have also come up with other projects that are PMCA and Nutridecisions project, okay, which we have already implemented with other organizations like ICIPE and CALO. Yeah, and it's being headed by FIBO, Switzerland. Okay.
Health and safe food has come out to be a common factor why farmers are practicing organic farming. What is your take on that?
Yeah, when we are spearheading the gospel of organic farming, we have seen many farmers coming into the organic farming movement as a result of their history with their previous method of farming, like the conventional farming. And through conventional farming, farmers come into contact with some dangerous chemicals and also fertilizers. And the end product or the produce that they grow, they are not as healthy as when you are doing organic farming. Yes. So you realize that when farmers start growing food through organic farming, the foods are safe for their health because there is less contact or there is no contact with harmful chemicals. So you'll get that the farmers that we have worked with, mostly they say good about organic farming through the healthy food that they eat. Yes. So I agree with you that you'll find so many people coming into organic because of the health of their food. And you know, when you are growing food with organic farming, there's less chemicals, there is less fertilizers as compared to when you are using conventional methods.
Yes, and you mentioned that organic farming eliminates the chemicals. How can you assure a farmer who's just starting out that they won't use chemicals anymore?
Yeah, you know, organic farming, we majorly train them on growing their own compost, growing their own or making their own concoctions, that is pesticides, foliars that are safer as opposed to when they are buying it from the shop or from the agrovet. Yeah. So when they are making by themselves, you find that the end result is healthy food. Yeah.
And what are the economic implications of growing, of transitioning into organic farming?
One of the key benefit in terms of economic is the saving on inputs. With conventional farming, farmers are spending a lot of money. Nowadays, the fertilizers is becoming expensive. You find a bag of 50 kg going up to Kenya shillings 3,000. That's a cost. Yes. When you are buying these chemicals and foliars to spray pest and also to boost the crop, they also come with the cost. But with organic farming, mostly we rely on how farmers can make for themselves. You make your own compost that is coming from the residues from the farm, from the animal waste, from the animal waste, you get your manure, you get your compost. So you find that economically you'll be saving a lot of money when you are practicing organic farming. Okay,
and you've mentioned a figure, 3,000 shillings for a 50 kg bag. In your estimation, what cost comes down to a farmer when they are doing organic farming?
One thing that you can reduce that cost to almost zero because there's nothing that you're getting from outside. The only challenge or the only issue is about labor, because when you are making compost, there's some labor that's come with it.
Yes.
So, but in terms of cost, we normally reduce that cost to the minimum level because we are not getting anything from outside the farm.
So this farmer is able to make their own compost and even make more. How do you ensure that this compost that they are making benefits the crops and even benefits them in terms of production and even sustainability of their products, of their crops and animals?
You know, in organic farming, we talk about recycling of nutrients.
Okay.
You find that whatever the animals is getting from the farm, maybe the fodder, the animal will give out the dung or the manure. So the farmer will take that manure and make compost of that compost. So that compost will grow your own food, the food that you are going to eat. The other manure will go to be applied to the fodder. So when you are growing your food, you are going to have a lot of waste in terms of biomass that you are going to incorporate in your compost. So you find that it's like we talk about recycling of nutrient. Okay. And also the other issue is about the issue of the health. When you are recycling nutrient in the farm without any external input, you find that the food that come out of that system is a healthy food without any contamination. And that's also another benefit, because when you eat healthy food, you become less sick.
Yes.
And then the money that you could have used to buy maybe medicine, you save still on that.
Yeah. I want to take you back to a statement that you have made about making your own compost. You have mentioned that it is labor intensive. So how can a farmer maximize on, how are they able to break even and make a profit?
You know, it's when we talk about labor, organic farming, it's labor intensive because most of the things that you are making by yourself.
Yes.
But when you put that as a system, it becomes not a big issue anymore, because you find that the issue of having a lot of labor in organic farming, it's come at the start of the transition. So by and by, you'll find now you have a system in place. Even that compost, you'll be making it maybe weekly or monthly. You'll find it's not a big deal anymore. So you can end up, and also at the end, when you use compost, the soil becomes fertile. And when the soil becomes fertile, they can sustain the crops even without additional compost, as opposed to when you are using chemical fertilizers, which kills the soil, and you have to be putting a lot of input now and then, or each and every season. So organic, at the long run, you'll find that the labor is becoming very minimal.
So the start of, I just want to understand that kind of, I want to understand the comparison. So conventional farming is easy to start. Yeah. But to maintain the health of soil throughout is going to be difficult in the long run.
Yes.
But in organic farming, the start is difficult because you have to start implementing systems. Yeah. But in the long run, you get more benefit out of your soil, out of your crops, and even your economic.
Exactly.
Bit.
Yeah, that's very true. When you are using conventional farming, it's very hard to maintain the fertility of the soil as compared to organic farming, because when you are using organic farming, you are using natural method. You are using compost, you are using manures, and they keep on increasing the value of the soil, the nutrient in the soil. Yeah. So at the long last, you'll find that the soil has come to a level that it can even grow crops without additional manure or additional compost. In conventional, you find that you have to keep on adding more fertilizer, season in, season out. Yeah, so sustainably, you'll find that organic is sustainable at the long run.
Okay, and what are some of the crops that farmers are now adapting in the organic farming?
Mostly it's food crops. Farmers are more on the food crops.
What kind of crops?
Yeah, the food crops, that are the vegetables and the fruits. Yeah, and even the grains. And slowly people are also doing cash crop. We have seen some few farmers now starting doing organic coffee, and others are also started doing organic tea. So, but basically it's food crops. Yeah.
What has been your experience from the start until now? What kind of lessons have you learned? What kind of ideas have you come up with and implemented that have helped the farmers in this area?
So with organic farming, organic is the future. The future is organic. Because if you see now the trend that is here, even not here in Murang'a, all over the country, all over globally, people are now becoming health conscious, where they want to know the source of their food. They want to know how they want to relate with the food that they're eating. And you cannot relate with something that you don't know where it's come from. That's why you find that so many people who are doing organic farming, it's because they want to grow their own healthy food. That's one reason that you will find that the lesson that we have learned, when you teach people to grow their own food, they relate well with the food because the food is benefiting their health. And you can imagine that the issue of health now is also an issue of concern. People are now mindful about their health because of the cost that's come when you are ill. So you'll find that people are more of organic, and they know that the future is organic, and every farmer who come along organic farming will have to adopt organic farming because that's the way forward.
Thank you so much for your time. I think where we started and where you've ended has come like in a full circle moment. Thank you so much for your time.